Coffee Talk. Cheers to you all. Cheers. Cheers to everybody watching out there today. Today's topic, hold on. That's good, Joe. Today's topic is about why am I an auctioneer? Well, why am I an auctioneer? There's a lot of reasons for that. Now, growing up, I never wanted to be an auctioneer. I wanted to be an engineer. I wanted to be in construction. And my stepdad is an auctioneer and has been an auctioneer as long as I've been alive. And growing up in an auctioneer household, especially with your stepfather, you're like, nope, I want to do something different. I want to do my own thing. And I was able to do my own thing up until the point where I actually got to college, and I'm in college. And I am sitting there in my first engineering class, and I'm looking around and I'm like, wait a minute, these are not my people. I need to find something else to go do. So then I got into the communications school. And as I'm in the communications school, at the same time, my stepdad had asked if I wanted a job at the local auto auction. And desperate times come for desperate measures. So I said, yes, I will work at the auto auction because my smoothie bar job was not covering my rent or my tuition or my food or my beer, all that kind of stuff. So I decided to go work at the auto auction. And you know, working at the auto auction was one day, and then all of a sudden 2 days, and then 3 days, and I got into it. And I realized how much fun being an auctioneer was, or being an auctioneer apprentice was. And then as the time goes on, as an auctioneer, they will ask you to get yourself a microphone, and then you will have an opportunity to get up on the auction block and practice, whether it's before the sale or after the sale, or even at the end of the sale, to be able to sell automobiles. And I was able to do that. And growing up, I had this inkling of being a radio DJ, which I kind of am right now. Big microphone, cameras, broadcast out to the world. And it was back in the day when you had the tape to tape. I would record songs off the radio, and then I would do introductions into the song, and it was fun. I'm like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. So then as I was being an auctioneer, I realized that there was a symbiotic relationship between me and the microphone, and I thought that this might be kind of fun. So I got into it, and it was fun. And then I went to auctioneer school, and which I just posted a video on the YouTubes and on my school, so check that out. But it was one of my first auctions that I had ever done, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. And in auction college, they teach you all things about auction college. They teach, or about auctioneering. They teach you how to sell so many different assets, whether it's real estate, personal property, different commercial assets, and fundraising auctions. And as I was getting into this, I was finding out that I really wanted to be a fundraising auctioneer. There was one auctioneer who was the instructor. His name was Gary Corbett, and he was awesome. And I was like, okay, this is the place that I want to be. Yes, I love being an auto auctioneer, but I really, really want to help nonprofits and help them raise money. And this is a career. So I learned that this was a career in this school. So then as I was doing this auction college and learning about being a fundraising auctioneer and being a charity auctioneer, I was like, all right, this is cool. I'm going to go do this. So graduated from there, got doing and started doing fundraising auctions and started doing nonprofit events. And thank you, Don. I appreciate that. And as I'm going through my process and through my auction journey, I was working with more and more nonprofits and more schools. And I loved it. It was so much fun getting audiences engaged and really making a difference in the world. And then I found out that this is truly a career in which you can make a very good living in. I mean, there is an opportunity to make 6 figures plus in this realm. And I found out that there was other auctioneers that were out there in the world that were making a living and living a lifestyle that they loved, and they were living this lifestyle. And I know one auctioneer who's a whitewater raft guide in the summer. I know a couple other auctioneers that travel a whole bunch. I know others that volunteer and help nonprofits, and I know others that are able to spend a lot of time with their kids. And I really love that, and I wanted to go into that. Now, as an auto auctioneer, I was working 3-4 days a week, and I had to be there every week. every week. There was no vacations, because when you take a vacation in the auto auction world, there's always someone ready to step into your spot. And sometimes when they step into that spot, they're all of a sudden like, well, we don't need that guy. We're going to keep this guy. And it's an easy way to then lose your job. So I was like, okay, I need to find something where I am in control of my own destiny. And I need to find a way that I'm able to go and make a difference in the world. And there was one day I did wake up and I was like, okay, wait a minute, I'm selling used cars to used car dealers. Doesn't give me the warm and fuzzies, but working with nonprofits does. And I love working with nonprofits and private schools and helping them to raise money and then making an impact. A bit of my kind of discovery stories, I was working with Make-A-Wish Arizona, which is actually the founding chapter of Make-A-Wish. And I was helping them with their event, and they had a professional auctioneer there before. So I went in, I was a professional auctioneer, I brought an entire team. And at the end of the event, I had the development director come run up to me and they're like, Bobby, that was absolutely amazing. What you did for our Make-A-Wish chapter here, you were able to help us raise enough money to fund another 13 wishes that were out, 13 wishes of kids that need this. And this is monumental. It's like, oh my gosh, you mean, wait a minute, I'm doing what I love and I'm helping a nonprofit and then I'm helping kids and their families have a better life? Yes, I want to do that for a living. So then I really started to find out that this was a career, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to dive in. I found a couple mentors, and then I got into it. And the more that I get into it, the more I look back at the impact that I'm able to make on the world. So by being an auctioneer, I am able to feed my family. I'm able to have freedom to be able to travel, to be able to spend a lot of time with my kids, and then make a healthy living. But now my why goes a lot deeper than that, and now that's why I created auctioneerschool.com, to be able to give back and pour into other auctioneers that are out there, just like my buddy Don that's joining us here today, and to be able to pour into them and to really inspire them and to educate them and help them to be the best auctioneers that they can be, so that they are able to go make that impact in the world. So then when you start to look at it, I'm helping to really make these ripples that go across the auction industry, and hopefully identify some new auctioneers that are out there that want to make an impact in the world, that want to run their own business, that want to make six figures in their life, that they want to have that time to go travel, to spend that time with their family, to go do fun things in the off season, whatever it might be. So this is another big part of my why, and I love helping you and you and you and you and you be better as auctioneers. And the better you are as auctioneers, the bigger impact that you make. I have an indirect connection with you making that impact. So I am fulfilling my why. I am fulfilling my mission statement to help nonprofits across the world raise more money at their events. And the more money that they can raise at their events, the more it's able to help the mission and the impact that they are. So I'm a big fan of talking about how we throw pebbles in the pond, but I'm not throwing pebbles in the pond anymore. I want to throw big freaking boulders in the pond and boom, and make these waves that radiate across the globe. And I'm able to do that by helping nonprofit fundraising auctioneers to help, again, their nonprofit clients. Now, if you're an auctioneer and you are working in the commercial space, love that. But I know that you are doing fundraising auctions, and I know that you want to help them to be better at what they do in their world and help your world as well too. So this is a big part of my why, is helping the fundraising auctioneers and all auctioneers out there that do fundraising to be better at what they do. So I'm going to continue to make more content. I'm going to continue to do these coffee talks. I'm going to continue to share with the world, my experience, my why, my desire to be able to, again, make that impact and to directly impact nonprofits with their fundraising events. And by making better fundraising events, again, we raise more money. The more money we raise, again, I'll say the I word, you can have a drinking game on that, impact. It's all about impact, getting out there and making that happen. So I love what I do. Now I've got a team that I'm able to work with. I've got some mentees that I am working with to helping them to really tap into that true potential that they have. And once we can tap into that potential, now we're able to multiply the impact that we are able to go out into the world. So this is my why. This is why what I do, and this is why I continually make this content. Get this out on YouTube. Get this out on auctioneerschool.com and out on Facebook and all the places. So if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. I'm almost at 1,000. I'm so close. We're at 180 or 984 today. So let's get 16 more and let's do this. Let's make this happen. And to all of my school members that are out there, thank you so much for being a part of this. We are at 77 members. And we've only been a school for 30 days now. So I'd love to see us go over 100 here by the end of February. I know we can do it, and we can do it together. And again, you are making an impact. And I love that you're making an impact. And I love that you were a part of this community. I love that you're following me. And I love that you continually want to get better and better and better and better. So I want to say thank you again, everybody, for being a part of this. And again, hats off to you. Cheers to all of my auctioneer friends out there. Cheers to all of my auctioneerschool.com members that are out there. And thank you for everybody going and doing the best you can to make a positive impact in the world, to help make the world a better place. Because gosh darn it, you know we need it right now. So thank you again, Bobby D. Ah, God, that's good coffee today. But yes, my name is Bobby D. I'm your auctioneer coach, world champion auctioneer, CEO and founder of Call to Auction, and the founder of auctioneerschool.com, SKOOL.com. So we'll see you all next time. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day. Go out and be awesome and make an impact. Okay, we'll see everybody. Bye.